person with whom one works in a profession or business, colleague, सहकर्मी, a formal conversation or dialogue, colloquy, वार्तालाप, a secret agreement. For a deceitful purpose, collusion, milibhagat, a group of animals or insects, ants, of the same kind living together, colony, एक ही प्रजाति के जीवों का सामूहिक निवास, a gigantic statue, colossus. विशाल मूर्ति, to honor the memory of a person or event. Especially with a ceremony, commemorate, स्मृति में समारोह करना, a payment to an agent. Usually a percentage of sales, commission, dalali, बिक्री पर मिलने वाला हिस्सा. The process of making something into a product that can be bought and sold, commodification, किसी चीज को बेचने योग्य. बनाने की प्रक्रिया, an act of exchanging information, communication, संचार, a feeling of deep sympathy for the suffering of others. With a desire to help, compassion, दया. अन पे छोटे ऊ की मात्रा का आधा म प पे आ की मात्रा, a person from the same country as another, compatriot, आधा स व द पे ए की मात्रा श व पे आ की मात्रा स पे बड़ी ई की मात्रा, a person who introduces the performers or contestants in a variety show, compare, कार्यक्रम प्रस्तुतकर्ता, satisfied. With no desire to change or improve, complacent, आधा तम स पे ऊ की मात्रा त पे छोटे ऊ की मात्रा आधा शटर, thing that completes or brings to perfection, compliment, पूरक, a remark that expresses approval or admiration, compliment, प्रशंसा to. Act in accordance with rules. Requests or wishes, comply, पालन करना, a person who arranges type for printing, compositor, प्रिंट से पहले शब्दों या वाक्यों को व्यवस्थित करने वाला, a feeling of guilt or moral scruple that prevents or follows. Wrongdoing, compunction, अपराध बोध. पछतावा, to hide something from view or knowledge, conceal, छिपाना, having too much pride in yourself and what you do, conceited, अभिमानी, capable of being imagined or grasped mentally, conceivable. का आधा ल प न पे बड़ी ई की मात्रा, य having a common center. As circles or spheres, concentric, स का पे ए की मात्रा पे अ की मात्रा आधा द र पे बड़ी ई की मात्रा, य living together of a man and woman without being married to each other, concubinage, बिना विवाह के साथ रहना, न expression of sympathy for someone who has lost a loved one, condolence, शोक संवेदना, दुख प्रकट करना. An apartment building with individually owned units and shared common areas, condominium, स्वामित्व वाले फ्लैटों का सामूहिक आवास, to accept or overlook wrongdoing without protest or censure, condone, अनदेखा करना, a person who makes or sells sweets or chocolate, confectioner, मिठाई बेचने वाला, to own up to something is true, confess. कबूल करना, न arrangement of parts or elements in a particular form or figure, configuration, एक विशेष आकृति में तत्वों की व्यवस्था, to officially take something away from somebody, confiscate, जब्त करना, actively burning, conflagrant, जलता हुआ, a place where two or more rivers meet, confluence, संगम, a person who follows accepted behavior and established practices, conformist, परंपरानुसार चलने वाला व्यक्ति, belonging or pertaining to an individual from birth, congenital, जन्मजात, a corporation made up of a number of different companies that operate in diversified fields, conglomerate. कंपनियों का समूह, a group of people gathered for religious worship, congregation, धार्मिक सभा, न opinion or conclusion formed on the basis of incomplete information, conjecture, निराधार अनुमान. A person who has expert knowledge and refined taste in a particular subject, connoisseur, किसी विषय का पारखी व्यक्ति, न inner feeling that tells you what is right and what is wrong, conscience. आधा न त र पे आ की मात्रा आधा त म पे आ की मात्रा, one who does their work thoroughly and seriously, conscientious, कर्तव्यनिष्ठ, compulsory enlistment for military service, conscription, anivarya sainya bharti, the preservation and protection of the environment, conservation, prakritik sanrakshan, one who is opposed to great or sudden change, conservative, रूढ़िवादी. अपर र पे छोटी ई की मात्रा व आधा र तन व पे आ की मात्रा द पे बड़ी ई की मात्रा to comfort someone at a time of grief or disappointment, console, सांत्वना देना, a secret plan made to do something harmful or illegal, conspiracy, षड्यंत्र, group of stars that forms a shape in the sky and has a name, constellation, nakshatra, तारों का समूह, state of anxiety or dismay causing mental confusion, consternation, घबराहट, something that is restricted or limited, constrained, विवश किया हुआ, extremely skilled, consummate, उत्कृष्ट, the situation in which a disease is spread by touching someone or something, contagion, संक्रमण, a disease that spreads easily from one person to another through contact, contagious, संक्रामक, something made impure by exposure to polluting substances, contaminated, दूषित, belonging to a living in the same time period as another, contemporary, समकालीन, feeling satisfied and happy with what one has, contented, संतुष्ट, likely to cause argument or disagreement, contentious, झगड़ालू, touching along the side or boundary, contiguous, निकटवर्ती, an event that may or may not happen, a possible future event or circumstance, contingency, आकस्मिकता, goods illegally imported or exported, contraband, तस्करी का माल, a written legal agreement, to shrink or become smaller, contract, समझौता, सिकुड़ना, gradual recovery of health and strength after illness, convalescence, स्वास्थ्य लाभ, बीमारी से ठीक होने की प्रक्रिया, a place where nuns live and work, convent, ननों का मठ, a group of vehicles traveling together under escort, convoy, क पे आ की मात्रा, फ पे छोटी ई की मात्रा, ल पे आ की मात्रा, the ceremony of crowning a king or queen, coronation, राज्याभिषेक, a collection of written or spoken texts, corpus, संग्रह, पुस्तक संग्रह, to confirm with the help of evidence, corroborate, पुष्टि करना, a funeral procession, cortege, शव यात्रा, a person who makes maps of the universe or the world, cosmographer, ब्रह्मांड का मानचित्र बनाने वाला, the science of the general features of the universe, cosmography, विश्वरचना विज्ञान, a person who regards the whole world as their country, cosmopolitan, स आधा र व द पे ए की मात्रा, श पे बड़ी ई की मात्रा, य, a fraudulent, imitation of something genuine, counterfeit, नकली वस्तु, a sudden, violent overthrow of a government by force, coup, तख्तापलट, a stanza having 2 lines in verse, couplet, 2 पंक्तियों का पद्य, a person who takes care of cattle, cowherd, ग्वाला, skill in a particular craft or trade, craftsmanship, कारीगरी, that can be believed or trusted, credible, विश्वसनीय, ready to believe things too easily, credulous, भोला भाला, a system of religious belief, creed, आस्था संहिता, a place where a dead person's body is burnt, crematorium, श व द पे आ की मात्रा, ह ग पे री की मात्रा, हर, a turning point of danger or difficulty, crisis, संकट, a principle or standard by which anything is or can be judged, criterion, मापदंड, a person who expresses an unfavorable opinion, critic, आलोचक, the sound made by frogs, croak, टर्राहट, make की आवाज, to break or fall apart into small fragments, crumble, चूर-चूर, होना, a vigorous campaign for political, social, or religious change, crusade, धर्मयुद्ध, सशक्त अभियान, having or forming a hard outer layer, crusted, प अड़ पे बड़ी ई की मात्रा, द पे आ की मात्रा, र, coded message or a device used for encoding or decoding secret messages, cryptograph, गुप्त संदेश, कूटलेखन उपकरण, the study or practice of writing and decoding secret messages, cryptography, Kutlekhan Vidya, a style of cooking characteristic of a particular country or region, cuisine, bhojan. Park shelves deserving blame for a fault or wrongdoing, culpable, अपराध के लिए उत्तरदायी, the beliefs, customs, arts, and way of life of a particular society or group, culture, sanskriti, a keeper or custodian of a museum or other collection, curator, संग्रहालय का संरक्षक, a regulation requiring people to remain indoors during specified hours, curfew, घर से बाहर निकलने पर सरकारी रोक, a strong desire to know or learn something, curiosity, जिज्ञासा, the system of money used in a particular country, currency. Mudra, to express a wish that misfortune befall a person, curse, श्राप देना, बदुआ देना, the degree to which something is curved, curvature, vakrata. Ghumav, duty on imports or exports, customs, Seema Shulk, a person who believes people act only from self-interest, cynic, nindak. Sandehvadi vyakti, na extreme fear of dogs, cynophobia, kutton ka bhai, a center of attraction or attention, cynotio, akarshan bindu, the branch